Hi everyone, welcome back to another gameplay of BTD6. Let's continue with the beginner maps, as always using no monkey knowledge. Now Hedge, Chimps. Yeah, there are a lot of different ways to beat Chimps on this map using like normal strategies. Like you can go with Icicle Impale, you can go with Comanche, you can go with a lot of different stuff. In this particular map, just because of how it's built, I think that it's better going with towers that can actually follow up the Bloons and don't care about obstacles, because these hedges in between are gonna be quite annoying, especially in later rounds. When if you have like towers around here, you cannot attack. Even if those towers have range, you cannot attack the Bloons through the hedges, and so you lose a lot of popping power. And that's why, in my opinion, the best way to compensate this is just going with towers that have unlimited range, that don't care about obstacles. So thinking about, for example, Aces and Helis. These two towers, you can place them in whatever spot you want, and you can just make them pursue the Bloons if it's a Heli, or you can just make it follow your mouse, and these towers are going to just follow the Bloons throughout the entirety of the map, regardless of the obstacles and so on. And the same goes for the Aces. So just you place Aces in a position, and then the Aces from up above are gonna attack the Bloons wherever they are. And so consider that. I'm gonna go with a pretty standard strategy. That's gonna be the Apache Prime. So after the 8.0 patch, the Heli got buffed, so now it's a lot stronger, and therefore I'm gonna use the Apache Prime, exploiting the fact that the Heli in pursuit mode is gonna just follow the Bloons throughout the entirety of the map. So I have a lot of time until I can pop the Bloons, and yeah, and that should be the strategy pretty much. Just going with one Apache Prime. I'm gonna of course need other towers for just the late stages of the game after round 90, but other than that, it should be good. And yeah, that's my thoughts about Chimps in this map. So here I just started off with a ninja and a dead monkey there behind, because otherwise you cannot pop all the Bloons in one round. I think works like that. So here I want to place Churchill the closer I can to the ninja, but at the same time the closer I can to the right side. And very important here, getting Churchill level 3 in round 25. So spend 32 cash in upgrading Churchill in between round. Then Churchill is strong, and that should be all you need to survive the lead round, and until you can afford the ninja 401. You could spend here 500 cash to get Churchill level 4 right away, but I think it's just too much. Don't bother, because even if you like spend the cash on Churchill early levels, you're still not gonna have him more than level 15 or 16 in round 100. So yeah, in my opinion, it's just better to whenever you can like upgrade him for less than like 400 cash, then of course do it, because 400 cash is very little. But for more than that, yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. Ninja 401, I'm gonna get an alchemist right here on top of the ninja, the closer I can. Okay, here or here. I think here. Alright, and then just placing the heli. I want to place this heli first, so before of placing the village, because I want to be able to get the heli as close as possible to this alchemist, so that the alchemist will buff the heli. So that's my goal. And now, having placed the heli, now I'm gonna get the village the closer I can, so that I can have all my towers inside the radius of this village, and I can benefit from the buffs, especially like attack speed and bigger range. I will not go with this camp village because the heli first 3 upgrades are not that expensive, so you don't like save a lot of cash in getting the discount. So yeah, I'm gonna just get the heli now 201 in pursuit, and I'm gonna just leave the heli do its job, you know, just doing, you know, following the balloons around and popping them. In BTD6, the cool thing is that they have restored, so they have fixed the heli positioning while attacking the balloons, and therefore now the heli, even if you leave it in pursuit, is gonna like attack the balloons, so that the darts can actually go through and can pierce through the balloons. In BTD5, the heli positioning is very bad, and the heli is always going to be positioned like in the bottom right corner, and so yeah, you're gonna lose a lot of popping power. But in BTD6 they have fixed that, so yeah, that's good. See here, level 7, I can get Churchill level 7 earlier just by spending 376 cash, so I did it. Why not? Now village 200, just giving more attack speed. I should have all my towers in range, so that's good. Churchill level 6 allows him to detect and pop camo balloons. So ninja plus Churchill plus the ninja being buffed by the alchemist 300 means that you shouldn't worry about camos at all. So even if you can get camo detection with the village right away, don't do it because it's not very necessary. And now I'm just waiting until I can get the Apache dart ship, and you can see that just by having these towers, I'm not like spending a lot of cash, and so it's just around 50, but I'm very close at getting this Apache, and so it's better for me. The Apache is actually very good, a tower that is a good transitioning tower upgrade. That means that until you can actually afford to get the 5th upgrade, the dart ship is gonna do enough damage to make you survive until that point. There are some towers that their 4th upgrade before the 5th one is very weak, and so you end up struggling a lot until you can afford that tier 5 upgrade. But in the case of the heli and also for the ace bottom path, it works differently, so it's better, and so you can survive a lot more relaxed until you can afford the tier 5 upgrade. Now I'm not getting here faster darts because it's just the speed of the darts in the air that is increased. So this is not an increase in attack speed, it's just an increase in how the darts fly, and so how fast the darts are gonna reach the balloons. So this means pretty much that the darts are not gonna miss the balloons because they're flying much faster, but in this case it's not very important, so it's not very expensive of an upgrade, but normally I get first the 5th upgrade and then I get the faster darts. Now let's get this alchemist 402 and let's get this village 220. And now I'm perfectly set up to just wait and get the Apache Prime whenever I'm gonna reach the cache. Trust me that with this defense right here, you can survive perfectly until you can afford the Apache. You should be able to get the Prime for around like 79 or 80. So for the Zomegat round, you should already have it. And of course, you have also Churchill level 3, Churchill level 10, and yeah, you can use Churchill abilities to in those like hard rounds, or if you feel like you're struggling a little bit. And you can see here in the ceramic rushes why I like getting helis in these kind of maps, because you can see that the heli just follows the balloons wherever they are, and until you can pop them. So in this way you're not really restricted by the obstacles, and you're not restricted by like how the map is built, and yeah, that's good. The only thing I recommend to do here is just take a look at Churchill, and whenever you see that you can like help him leveling up, just spending less than like 500-600 cash, do it. So he's gonna get those that level 14 that in my opinion is one of those key levels in Churchill. Once you get Churchill level 14, he starts doing a lot more of damage, and therefore helping him a little bit leveling up faster just by spending not that much cash, because you need the Apache Prime, remember. But if you can help him a little bit, that would be great. In this case, I think at the end of this level he's gonna hit level 10, but I will not spend here 2.7k cash to upgrade him, so I'm gonna just leave him upgrade it by himself. So now I have level 10. You can see here that it's gonna launch up to it's gonna launch a barrel of shells to up to 10 mob class Bloons. So if there are less than 10 mob class Bloons in the screen, he's gonna launch less shells. And but remember that this ability only is launched at the mobs until it can pop the mob layer. So if there are like BFBs in the screen, the shells are gonna be launched until the BFB layer is popped. But then the shells are not gonna be launched at the mobs beneath the BFBs. And so be careful when you use this ability, because many times the problem is not like the BFBs but the mobs. So wait until like the BFB layer pops by itself, and then use the ability for the mobs, and so you destroy the mobs a lot faster, and then you need to deal only with the ceramics. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I would sell this Dirt Monkey, but it's Chimps, so I can't. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Pretty easy. The Alchemist is buffing all 3 towers, so it's buffing the Ninja, it's buffing the Heli and Churchill. And you can see here the utility of the Heli, just following up the Bloons and popping them. Unfortunately, the Alchemist buff on the Heli does not last a lot because of how fast the Heli attacks. So because of the missiles and the machine gun, you can see like the Alchemist buff just resisting for about like 2 seconds maybe, and then it runs out. And yeah, that's just because of how fast the Heli attacks. So of course having a permabrew here would make the Heli a lot stronger. But yeah, I don't think I will be able to afford a permabrew. And here for the second ceramic rush, I'm gonna just use Churchill level 3 just to clean those a little faster. And that's round 78. Round 79, you can see just 5k short of the Apache Prime. And here as well, waiting until the 245 BFBs come out. And I may use Churchill abilities for those. Alright. And this should be the Apache Prime. Here we go. Now getting faster darts. So that 502. And now super SRAMs 81, but you can see that the Apache Prime is just melting the Bloons. The Alchemist buff is lasting even less time because the Apache Prime deals more damage per second to the Bloons, so it consumes all the buff in like half a second. Our next thing, just preparing for the DDTs, getting the MIB, so 230 village. Always taking a look at Churchill whenever I can upgrade him for just a few cash to help him leveling up faster. But in this case, I think it's gonna just hit level 12 at the end of this round. Yeah. So here I can do two things. I can get like an ace, just barely in range of this village, like right here, and I can get an ace 204, or I could get another Apache dart ship. And in this case, just to mix a little bit things up, I'm gonna get an ace so that I can show you why these two towers, in my opinion, are the best ones for these kind of maps. In this case, I like the centered path of the ace because it's gonna allow it to like shoot from distance to the Bloons. Instead, for example, in this case, this position is very close to the beginning of the map, so yeah, I don't like it a lot. So okay, let's see here if I can help Churchill leveling up. And remember, level 14 is the level that you want to get before round 92 or 94, because you get the machine gun and main gun pop 2 layers per shot instead of 1. Okay, almost a Spectre here. But you can see that the Apache Prime is like handling these Bloons perfectly. I'm not even using Churchill abilities, and that's the Spectre. So right now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get actually first another Alchemist right here for both the Ace and the Heli. Okay, just another one. And then let's see here, a mortar to defortify the Bloons. Already thinking about round 98 especially, but if I can defortify the Bloons even earlier of that, that would be awesome. And that's Churchill level 14 in round 95, especially so exactly when I wanted him. And from now on, all the upgrades of Churchill become very powerful, but they also are very long, so you need a lot of XP to unlock them, and that's why yeah, it's going to be very difficult to have him past level 16 or 15. Here, I'm just getting another 402 Alchemist just to buff now the Ace, another buff to the Heli, and the Mortar. And I can use your Churchill abilities, I can use like whatever I want. I'm like melting these Bloons. And now just for around 99 for the DDTs, I'm gonna do two things. So first of all, placing here a 130 alchemist, a glue gunner to slow down the balloons as well, right here. Okay, here we go. And also I'm gonna get 2 mob presses back here for the, this is for the BAD, so I can like knock back a little bit these Omegats, hopefully. Oh, I can get one here as well. Oh, I can't. Oh, there is not enough room. Oh, there is a bug. Oh yeah, okay, it was bugged. But anyway, you can see that I popped the BAD layer, and now I'm popping these Domegats, and that's it. So that's Chimps, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and see ya. Bye bye.